Hey friends, Jumbo! Welcome back to another video. Welcome if this is your first time here. Today I'm gonna share with you why I rarely partake in natural hair trends. Whether it's trending products or trending DIYs, I rarely partake in them nowadays, and I'm gonna share with you exactly why. Before we get into it, if you are new, please feel free to subscribe. If you end up loving this video, please feel free to leave a like, and also feel free to share your comments, your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. I've been on my natural hair care journey for about 4 years now. I started where a lot of people begin. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, I read some blogs, and once I felt like I had equipped myself with as much knowledge about how to take care of my hair and how to grow my hair as I could, I embarked on my natural hair care journey. This is a picture of the exact day when I started my natural hair care journey. I still remember that day as though it was yesterday. I remember on that day I combed out my hair as well as I could and then trimmed it as well as I could, and told myself I am gonna try this whole natural hair thing and see how far we'd get. And we've gotten pretty far. During my time on YouTube, I quickly learned that the natural hair space on YouTube and now TikTok thrives on trends. It really thrives on trends. There's always a trending DIY product, a trending store-bought product. Sometimes it's even some sort of hair science that trends, which led to things like the no oil, no butter movement, because I can't even remember what that was about, but I guess there was some science to that. But that is just something that I quickly realized, that there are a lot of trends. I also realized that there's a pattern of canceling products a few years after those products were once hailed as the holy grail for growing long natural hair. A lot of the cancellation has to do with the brand that was selling this product being sold to a non-black entity. I'm not really gonna speak much on that, but that is also something I noticed with a few products. I feel like it can get overwhelming very quickly, especially for someone who's just starting out. This DIY, that DIY, this rinse, that rinse, this product, this serum, this oil, don't do this, don't do that. From my experience, I have found that a shampoo, a deep conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, and either a grease or an oil are the 4 main products that I need to sustain and maintain healthy natural hair. Everything else is just a plus. In addition to those 4 products, I have found that keeping my hair moisturized, being gentle when dealing with my hair, and overall just maintaining a healthy hair care routine and being consistent with it are the main things that have helped me retain a lot of length and see a lot of progress with my natural hair. I would like to acknowledge the fact that if someone has a scalp condition or a health condition that's hindering hair growth, that may make things a bit more complicated, and I am not an expert on scalp conditions or health conditions that affect hair growth, but I know that that may make things a bit more complicated, and it may not be as simple as just using the 4 products that I mentioned, and it is best to consult with a healthcare professional if you think you're struggling with a scalp condition, or if you think it's something to do with your health that's hindering your hair from growing. Genetics does play a role as well, and I did a video on the role of genetics in hair growth. If anyone is interested, I'll link it in the description box. But the thing about genetics is that I feel like genetics can only go so far. I feel like healthy hair practices still have to be prioritized. If length retention is the goal, if healthy hair is the goal, I feel like healthy hair practices have to be prioritized. I don't think there is anything wrong with trying a new trending product or a new trending DIY, and I think that's kind of part of how we learn what works for our hair. Trying out different products, different brands, and trying out different techniques and seeing what works for us. But I just want to be a reminder that you don't really need too many products to sustain and maintain healthy hair. I have been using the 4 products that I mentioned for the past 2 years, and I'm not really big on using styling gels and using mousse on my hair. So that just simplifies everything for me even further. And another thing I've learned is that if it requires a lot of manipulation, a lot of techniques in order to get your hair to a state that's considered moisturized, second guess it. Always second guess anything that requires you to manipulate your hair so much and use so many products in order to get to a state that your hair is considered moisturized. I have found that a leave-in conditioner and maybe some grease or oil works just as well for moisturizing the hair, and there's nothing wrong with using more products to moisturize the hair or if you're trying to style your hair in a certain way. But I'm just talking about if you're just trying to moisturize, then a leave-in conditioner and grease work just as well. It's also important to keep in mind that simple things such as shampooing properly can have a huge impact on hair health, especially if you're someone who uses a lot of products on your hair care routine on a regular basis. I think it's very important to always make sure that the hair is properly shampooed every time. And in general, I have found that balance and moderation is very important with the natural hair care journey. I have overdone some things in the past. For example, I used to do the overnight deep conditioning until I learned that too much moisture can be bad for the hair. It may damage the hair and result in something called high growth fatigue. That is something that I didn't know, but once I learned about that, I stopped doing the overnight deep conditioning. Another thing for me has been paying attention to how my hair feels and how my scalp feels after applying different products or even doing certain hairstyles. For example, I eventually learned that my scalp reacts to synthetic braiding hair. I thought it was normal because every time I would braid my hair with synthetic hair, immediately my scalp would start itching, and even my skin, any part of my skin that was touched by the synthetic braiding hair would immediately start itching. I tried doing apple cider vinegar rinses on the synthetic hair. I stopped using gel and mousse to braid my hair while using synthetic hair, and that didn't really make a difference. So I came to the conclusion that my skin was reacting to something in the synthetic hair, and I had to stop using synthetic hair because it would cause the itching, and then within a couple of days I would end up with a lot of flakes on my skin, on my scalp. So I think it's important to just pay attention to how different products and different hairstyles affect your hair and your scalp. Like I mentioned, with all the trends, I just want to be a reminder that shampoo, a deep conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, and grease work well to maintain and sustain healthy natural hair, and I have been using those 4 products for the past 2 years. If anyone is interested in the specific brands that I've been using, I will have the video linked in the description box. If you're interested in the tips that have helped me grow my hair to mid-back length, I did a dedicated video, and I'll have that video linked in the description box. By the way, you guys showed so much love to that video. I appreciate all the love that you guys showed to that video. Welcome to all the new subscribers that joined my channel from that video. Yeah, but I'll have it linked in the description box, and I hope that you guys find some helpful tips from that video. I know I have been all over the place with this video, but I hope that you guys found some value in all the yapping that I did in this video. If you have anything that you would like to add in the comment section, please feel free to share your thoughts. And if you're new, please feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. That's all I have for today. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.